The Hundred Years' War, spanning from 1337 to 1453, caused significant upheaval and displacement across Europe. Among the most affected were the Dutch and Flemish regions, collectively known as the Low Countries. The protracted conflict between England and France, alongside internal strife, left many communities in turmoil, prompting waves of refugees to seek safety in neighboring territories. The Low Countries, comprising modern-day Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg, were then a patchwork of semi-autonomous regions with thriving urban centers like Bruges, Ghent, and Antwerp. These cities were economic powerhouses, renowned for their trade and textile industries. However, their prosperity made them prime targets during the Hundred Years' War. The war's direct impacts, including battles, sieges, and military occupations, were compounded by secondary effects like economic disruption and famine, forcing many to flee their homes. One of the pivotal moments of displacement occurred during the reign of Louis de Maille, Count of Flanders, who ruled from 1346 to 1384. His reign saw significant internal conflicts, particularly with the rebellious Ghent. The Siege of Ghent, 1381–1385, was a particularly brutal episode, with many residents forced to flee to escape the violence and subsequent famine. These refugees scattered to various parts of Europe, with a significant number heading to England, France, and the Holy Roman Empire. England, under the rule of Edward III and his successors, became a notable refuge for many Dutch and Flemish weavers. Edward III's policies favored the textile industry, and the influx of skilled weavers from the Low Countries was seen as an economic boon. These refugees contributed significantly to the development of the English wool and cloth trade, bringing with them advanced techniques and knowledge. Towns like Norwich, Colchester, and Canterbury saw burgeoning communities of Flemish weavers who integrated into the local economy while retaining distinct cultural identities. France, despite being embroiled in the Hundred Years' War, also saw an influx of refugees from the Low Countries. The French crown, at various points, sought to capitalize on the skills of these refugees, particularly in the textile and artisanal sectors. Cities like Lille, Arras, and Amiens became new homes for these displaced people, where they sought to rebuild their lives amidst ongoing conflict and instability. The Holy Roman Empire, encompassing a vast and diverse region, was another significant destination for refugees. The cities of Cologne, Frankfurt, and Hamburg, among others, provided refuge and opportunities for displaced Dutch and Flemish families. These regions offered relatively safer environments compared to the war-torn Low Countries, allowing refugees to re-establish their trades and contribute to local economies. The displacement also had a profound impact on the cultural landscape of Europe. The refugees brought with them their languages, customs, and religious practices, which influenced their host societies. The movement of people facilitated the exchange of ideas and technologies, particularly in the textile industry, where Dutch and Flemish techniques helped transform production processes in their new homes. Despite the hardships, many refugees managed to thrive and contribute significantly to their new communities. Their resilience and adaptability were key in navigating the challenges of displacement. The legacy of these movements is evident in the continued cultural and economic contributions of Dutch and Flemish communities in various parts of Europe. In summary, the refugee crises during the Hundred Years' War significantly impacted the Dutch and Flemish regions, causing large-scale displacement and migration. England, France, and the Holy Roman Empire became primary destinations for these refugees, who brought with them valuable skills and cultural influences. Their integration into new societies not only helped them survive the turmoil, but also facilitated the exchange of knowledge and techniques that benefited their host countries. The story of these refugees is a testament to the resilience of displaced communities and their ability to rebuild and contribute to new environments amidst adversity.